Welcome back to the Charlotte Stadium here in Paris for Paris Saint-Germain against Leeds. Almost 1,000 Leeds supporters inside the stadium tonight to cheer Leeds on, they hope, to their second victory in Super League. Let's now go downstairs and take a look at the teams coming out.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, a tremendous atmosphere down here on the ground.
David Campbell and the touch judges leading out the two sides, and they will walk through a wall of fireworks here tonight. We have fireworks on the field before kick-off, and I'm sure that once David Campbell blows the first whistle, we will have fireworks aplenty from these two sides. Vital night for Leeds, 1 win in 6. Paris coming back into this match, having lost away from home, but they are unbeaten here at the Charlotte Stadium. 2 vital points on offer tonight in Super League as the race continues for the very first Super League title. Paris Saint-Germain taking on Leeds from Headingley. Right, let's go downstairs now, and Steve-O will introduce us to the teams player by player. Steve-O, it's all yours.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, a tremendous atmosphere here at the stadium. And, you know, I just get that funny feeling that Leeds will play an excellent match tonight. It won't be easy for them, but leading the Leeds side is number 8, their captain, Neil Harmon. Number 21 is Anthony Gibbons. Number 2 is Jim Fallon. Number 3, the man they call the Beast, Kevin Ilo. And number 1, Francis Cummins. In 18 is Phil Hassan. And number 7 is Graham HOLROYD. Number 22 is David Gibbons. And 29, Terry Newton. Number 10, the big drop forward, Harvey Howard. Number 14, the great Kiwi, Gary Mercer. And number 12, Adrian Morley. And 13 is Mike Forshaw.
Voilà pour la présentation de l'équipe de Leeds ce soir.
And now let's hear it for the Paris Saint-Germain side, led tonight by number 8, Patrick Onta.
Numéro 20, capitaine de cette équipe de PSG Rugby, Patrick Onta.
Number 7, Laurent Luchet.
Numéro 7, Laurent Luquez.
Number 11, Pascal Bomati.
Numéro 11, Pascal Bomati.
Number 9, Pierre Chamaran.
Sous les applaudissements des supporters PSG, Pierre Chamaran.
Number 24, Eric Verniol.
Numéro 24, Eric Verniol.
And number 15 is Frédéric Banquet.
Numéro 15, Frédéric Banquet.
Number 10, Fabian Divici.
Numéro 10, Fabien Dubecki.
And number 4 is Gregory Castalla.
Numéro 4, Greg Cacala.
Number 14 is Patrick Torre.
Numéro 14, Patrick Torre.
Number 20, Kava Udwakamanu.
Numéro 20, Kava Udwakamanu.
Number 13 is Darren Adams.
Numéro 13, Adam Darren.
23, Didier Kamastani.
Numéro 23, Didier Kamastani.
And number 5, Regis Pastre Cortin.
Numéro 5, Régis Courtine.
So there are the players, and the fireworks continue here at the Charleroi Stadium. And David Campbell, tonight's referee, blows the whistle, and by the looks of things, it's going to be Leeds who will kick off, and they will attack from right to left as we watch. Big night this for Leeds, we can't overemphasize it. Laurent Luchesse, the last line of the Paris Saint-Germain defence, the full-back, 19 matches for Huddersfield, 12 for Sheffield, ever present in the side. And plenty of Leeds supporters have come across here to have a look at this match tonight. And a great crowd again has packed in to the Charleroi Stadium. And the mascots for PSG are here in abundance as well. Well, the red, white and blue of Paris Saint-Germain has conquered Europe in soccer this week, and they hope that they will conquer Leeds tonight in the European Super League. Great crowd has packed in here to watch this match, and I fancy this will be a game to savour. Great to see so many people over from Headingley as well. So formalities just about complete. We're about to get underway here. It's Paris Saint-Germain against Leeds. We're live and exclusive on Sky Sports tonight from the Charleroi Stadium. Graham Holroyd starts the match. Paris Saint-Germain will take the first set of 6. Darren Adams with the first run, and 3 of 4 Leeds players there to bring him down. The teams line up with Luchesse, Bomati, Chamaran, Verniol, Banquet, Devecchi and Onta for Paris. Up front, it's Casella, Torre, Udwakamanu, Adams, Cabastane and Pastre Cortin. On the bench, Michel Mazare can use Yaha, Wolf, Bloomfield and Tutard. And for Leeds, it's Anthony Gibbons, Fallon, Iro, Cummins, Hassan, Holroyd and David Gibbons. Harmon, the skipper up front, with Terry Newton, Howard, Mercer, Morley and Forshaw. On the bench, McDermott, Tuipulotu, Clark, 2 new men, George Mann, coach Dean Bell. Dean Bell, who spoke to us before the game, apparently the pressures of the situation not getting to him, but that Paris defensive rush on Jim Fallon certainly got to the Leeds winger.
Beautiful kick though from Chamaran, and a good chase there. Leading the way was Regis Pastre Cortin. Remember, you viewers would have remembered Pastre Cortin. He played on the wing against Warrington, but he's no stranger to the loose forward position.
Harvey Howard, great bustling run for Leeds. Yes, Pastre Cortin played on the wing against Warrington and ran in a hat-trick that afternoon. Now this is Gary Mercer. Good chasing by this Paris side. Steve-O, early moments you would expect Paris to be exactly like this, but they are coming into this match with 12 of their players. There's a knock-on from Cummins, by the way, but with 12 of their players having played domestic cup football 48 hours ago.
Won't be easy for them, but this will certainly help, won't it? Not the best pass there. You can see that Francis Cummins had to lean forward. It's been a bad start to the season, not only for that boy, but for the Leeds team in general. Now, we saw in the first half against London last week that Leeds' defence was absolutely superb, and then they just fell apart in the second stanza. The big question is, can Leeds keep it going for 80 minutes? I just have a sneaky suspicion, yes.
Great crunching tackle by Harvey Howard on Laurent Luchesse, who had joined the line. It's Paris, though, who are in possession with the tall and unmistakable figure of Gregory Casella, ever present at prop forward so far, signed from the Grenoble Rugby Union Club. Good movement, and there's a big hole opened up here Cabestany. Has he got the pace? Has he got the power to take him there? Yes, he has. Oh, what a start for Paris Saint-Germain. Didier Cabestany, his second Super League try. There was a hole you could have put a double-decker bus through.
Superb play. What a tremendous pass. They did the run around there, and you could see that it was Germain that went through and past. Cabestany really went for it. Tremendous stuff. The momentum took him over. It was not a double movement. The ball-carrying arm does not hit the ground. And look how sensibly he switched the ball so he could fend off. The arm that's not carrying the football, that's one that's got to be grounded. That is tremendous play. He just pushes off Gibbons there. See, he's still going. Wonderful position from the referee, David Campbell.
Well, Didier Cabestany scored a try against Oldham. He has been ever present so far this season. The forwards have done a marvellous job for Michel Mazaret from the Trey Catalan club. The conversion attempt from Patrick Torre goes wide of the posts, but what a start for the men from Paris. They lead Leeds by 4 points to 0.
There you see, look at it as they go. They go for one man and the pass was out. It was a superb break. The timing was superb. And the second rower, Didier Cabestany. What a start for Paris. It sent this crowd wild.
Yes, there's about 1,000 people from the Leeds area who are pretty quiet at the moment, but the Paris supporters who are still coming into this ground, they have had the dream start, coming of course into this match on the back of a heavy defeat. In fact, it was a mauling by Wigan, 76 points to 8, but that will do their confidence a power of good. Leeds in possession. That was the number 29, Terry Newton, the 17-year-old hooker who got the pass away to Mick Forshaw. Here's Holroyd. He puts the kick in, drifts towards the corner. There's too much behind that. That will run dead in goal.
A little bit too strong there. Not happy with it, Graham Holroyd. He does have the advantage of a blustery wind behind him, so he'll have to ease the kick down, perhaps.
And not the best start for Holroyd, playing tonight his 100th appearance for this Leeds club. Must say, the pre-match build-up that Leeds employed, they were on the field early before this match, and they looked very, very relaxed, Steve-O. I wonder if the smiles and the relaxation that they tried to portray to us masked the tension that they must be feeling.
Well, I thought they were a little bit too relaxed, and there we see Mercer going low on his opposite, Darren Adams. We picked that out as one of the big battles. But Leeds, once again, you see hanging back. Casala keeps the ball alive. Oh, bad one from Ontar.
Bad pass from Ontar. David Gibbons gets to it first.
It really wasn't on in heavy traffic. You can see that Gibbons had gone in between. Well, a bad mistake. That has been a problem on both sides, I must say. Just simple errors.
Mercer does well in the tackle, then spins, get the pass away. Newton, normally a back row forward, but a debut hooker against Sheffield when Leeds got their only win of the season. I would imagine Dean Bell looking for all the omens in the world to get their second win of the season under their belt here tonight. This is Harvey Howard, typical rumbustious run from the big prop forward.
It's got to be the forward that's got to lay the platform. Here's the kick into the corner.
That's a much better kick from Holroyd. It's far better weighted. Who wants it? Iro does. Iro gets the ball round the corner. It's play on. And Fallon gets the try. In his last season with Leeds, he joins Richmond Rugby Union next winter. 73rd try for Leeds now in his career, but such an important one tonight.
It was a high kick. They got plenty of height on this into the corner. Holroyd there, look how it hangs, but I'm afraid they just allowed it to drop. And the big man they call the beast, Kevin Iro, no one was home. Jim Fallon, they won't come any easier than that. And I'm afraid that the Paris Saint-Germain side paid the price of letting that ball just drop into the arms of Kevin Iro. But it was a good kick, and it was a nice pass. Round the man, Jim Fallon. And that surely will bring a sigh of relief to all the Leeds fans, and I'm sure they coach Dean Bell.
Yeah, Jim Fallon with the try. That's his 4th try in Super League. 73rd try, and this is his 135th appearance for Leeds. And he took a look at himself in the screen, and that's why he's smiling, Jim Fallon. He'll be smiling more now if Graham Holroyd knocks this conversion over. The Paris club supporters doing their best to put him off, and they put him off. 4-4 though here at Charlotte.
You see the defender, he's half circle, and what they have to do is they've got to move forward to it. And they allow Kevin Iro to pluck that out of the air. It was a superb pass round the man. Excellent stuff there.
4 tries in 5 games now for Jim Fallon in Super League. He will be a miss for this Leeds club when he returns to the rugby union ranks in Richmond, who've been spending some money this week, haven't they? Darren Adams with a big run up front, but great defence from Howard and Forshaw. Now Udwakamanu with that distinctive ponytail. Good tackling by Neil Harmon. Helped out by Gibbons also. Chamaran trying to barge his way through. Almost played that from a horizontal position, but Casala now takes it over for Paris.
Good play by the Paris side. They're running onto the football. This will be a kick from Ontar.
It is. It's a high-hanging kick. He's seen what Leeds did with theirs, and nearly, so nearly, but Gibbons got to it at the 2nd attempt. There's a bit of a collision there between 2 Leeds players, and Anthony Gibbons got it.
Well, Gibbons would be the man to shout. Kevin Iro just pulled away at the last minute, and that was enough. Gibbons was lucky to get that on the 2nd bounce.
Newton to Neil Harmon on the halfway line. Newton's there again. That's Holroyd. He helps it wide to Mercer. Mercer to Iro. Iro steps out of one challenge, brushes off another, puts the pass out wide, and oh, Fallon. Hero a moment ago. Dean Bell just grimacing for a moment as he saw that ball knocked forward. He knows that's another chance gone.
Another simple error. Bad mistake. Beast gets the ball out wide, and he should take that. He's been around long enough to know that, and you can see that he was just looking at the man. I don't know what he's smiling at. The coach won't be happy, Dean Bell.
Jim Fallon, I think, smiling with embarrassment, maybe.
Do you smile when you're embarrassed?
I blush. That's a word you wouldn't know the meaning of, I wouldn't think.
Pig sweat, don't they? Good tackling, though. Well, both these sides, you can see that Leeds defence moving up quickly, and that's why the big fella Casala is dumped to the ground. Mercer leading the charge.
Torre in at dummy half. He goes the other way to Ontar. Ontar puts a good kick in. That, I think, might just stay in the field of play, will it? No, it just rolls into touch, but it was a good kick anyway, and it made plenty of ground for Paris.
Nice kick, just waited, wasn't it? And the way that Leeds are making the simple mistakes, it's good captaincy by Patrick Ontar, leading the side out tonight. Of course, played with Leeds, and he feels that the Leeds club didn't give him the best of shakes. Well, he's got his chance now to prove that they did make a big mistake.
2 tries in 20 appearances for Patrick Ontar for Leeds, and very much part and parcel of the Paris scene now. That's Mercer, and he plays the ball quickly. Leeds camped inside their own half of the field, but for how long? This is Gibbons. Great break from Gibbons. He looks for support. Oh, that's brilliantly done. And he finds Cummins, and Cummins is turning them inside out. And that's a super run and a great attack from Leeds. A sweeping move from one end of the field to the other. They're not done yet. Newton dabs the ball through, and it was very lucky there for Bomati. He got to the ball 2nd attempt, and he dropped it behind his own line and fell on it. It'll be a drop out underneath the sticks.
A nice kick through, wasn't it? Bomati just got it bobbling at the right moment. Running onto it, Terry Newton. Big night for him. 17 years of age, the hooker. Big crowd here at the stadium.
Good long drop out though from Paris from underneath their own sticks. Anthony Gibbons will launch another attack. Let's hear early moments here and how he thinks it's going. Former Leeds skipper Gary Schofield with us tonight. He's downstairs with Bill.
Gary, a try apiece and Leeds looking dangerous there. Yeah, they are. If Leeds can control this ball, you know, and play Paris down in their own 22, they're going to cause have a lot of problems. Have we seen so far with Kevin Iro and Jim Fallon down the right side? But they must control this ball and play Paris in their own half.
What about the support for Leeds? It's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's excellent. You know, the thousands have travelled over and they're making sure they're being heard, and let's hope the guys can put some more points on the board.
And not make mistakes.
Absolutely. You know, as I say, they can't afford to drop the ball early in the tackle count. That's how Paris scored their try. They dropped it on the third tackle, and from the previous scrum, they scored the try. If Leeds control the ball, they can put plenty of points on the board.
Not the best birthday present for Adrian Morley, celebrating his 19th birthday today. Dropping the ball there and allowing Patrick Ontat to feed that scrum because of the knock-on. Now Luchesse, but he was picked out there by Morley, doing his best to make up for the error, and doing well.
Well, it must be a nightmare for the coach, Dean Bell, because he's seen Leeds make 3 handling errors there, and I just really can't get to a situation where they've got to sort this out. You see a pretty high there from HOLROYD. Swinging arm. Right over the top. And they felt that. Verniol won't be happy. Neither will that man. And neither will the coach again, Dean Bell. It's just simple basics that Leeds just are not getting right.
Well, they've made 3 handling errors, you might have seen, compared to 1 from the Paris Saint-Germain side. It's vital that Leeds hold on to the football and tackle the big men like this Kassala. That's 2 tackles gone. That's good defence from Leeds. Ontat, oh, and they got in a right pickle then. Ontat managed to hang on to the football, but he had to take the tackle as well. Now Patrick Courtine.
Well, I don't know about losing the plot. They wanted the same plot, didn't they? All went in the same area. Nice kick, though.
Lovely weighted kick from Ontat. Fallon's after it. It bounces nastily for him. And so close for Freddie Bonquet.
Superb kick. The skipper tonight. Look at this. Patrick Ontat, and that should have been a try. Bounced up superbly. And Freddie Bonquet, well,
he was off to a racing start, wasn't he, for Paris Saint-Germain when we saw them here against Sheffield.
That really was the let-off for Leeds.
What a beautiful kick, though, Steve-O, into the corner from Ontat.
Yeah, but did you see the time that it took for Jim Fallon to get back to it? He ran back as though Leeds were winning by about 50. They've got to get that enthusiasm going. He's not having the best of nights so far. Okay, he scored a try, but he's got to lift his game.
This is David Gibbons. Another good run from the scrum half tonight, Gibbons. 2 tries against Sheffield Eagles 2 weeks ago for him, and great opportunity here again now for Leeds in the shape of Gary Mercer. He moves away from that tackle, gets the ball into the arms of Gibbons once more, who stayed there supporting the attack. 5 tackles gone, 56 metres made. HOLROYD, they're running it, and they're doing well. Newton, but now he's all wrapped up, is he? No, he gets the pass away. Forshaw, out wide, and there's Fallon again, and Fallon's in for 2. The corner flag did go, but the referee has a little look at the touch judge, and there was no doubt in their minds, and no doubt in Dean Bell's mind either. Second try for Fallon, and Leeds have the lead.
Put this down to David Gibbons. Good work to start. Got them into position. Mercer running out wide. You can see how he just drew the man. Freddie Bonquet was sucked in. That's better from Jim Fallon. That had to be scored. Head down. And good work also by the hooker, Terry Newton. And you can see they're struggling to get across. He was sucked in, Freddie Bonquet there. There was nothing that Pierre Chamarin could do either. Neat little pass. Good work, though, by the youngster Newton. Lovely ball out wide. Forshaw involved. That needed finishing. He did it well. See how they used the dummy. Iro went through. The last pass, it was coming from the second rower, Gary Mercer.
So 2 tries in 10 minutes from Jim Fallon. That's turned Leeds round here. They were 4-0 down. Now they're ahead by 8 points to 4. And Graham HOLROYD is about to have this difficult shot at goal from the conversion, way out on the far touchline. Be quite a kick this if he gets it. Oh, and it's just wide of the post far side. It had chances. Leeds ahead 8-4.
Leeds did well using the power play on the last tackle. They wanted to go for the kick, but he switched it back from the blind to the open. And you can see the man, the second marker, once he was sucked in, they kept it alive. The hooker did well. And you could see there, 4 of the Paris Saint-Germain side, slow to get across. Well finished.
Well finished by Fallon and really well created by the young 17-year-old Terry Newton. Oh, what a tackle on Adams by Neil Harmon. But we said before the match that Harmon as captain would lead, and he led them into battle then. Woof.
Crunch time. Oh, Adams felt it all the way. Mercer helping too. But what a game so far for David Gibbons. He's running riot out there. Building in confidence too.
Cabestany, the man who scored the Paris try. Torre spins it into the arms of Onta. Onta will need no motivation to play well tonight. On halfway, he plays the ball. Torre again. Dabs it. Well, he didn't dab it. He drove it into the corner. Past Hassan.
The experience from the hooker there. Taking on the blind side. No real pressure applied. I'm surprised that Hassan didn't perhaps chase back and get that. Remember, from the open play kick, the first tackle nullified, so they get 7 in effect.
Here's Hassan now, who was content to allow that ball to go past him so the scrum could be put down. But a terrific run, led by Eric Verniol, the number 24. And that's Devecchi in there quickly with Casala. Now Gary Mercer takes it on again for Leeds. Jacques Fourreau, the Paris chairman, has done so much to make Super League a success here in the French capital city. And a success it undoubtedly is. Another big crowd in here tonight to see this game against one of the glamour teams of Leeds. They might be down at the wrong end of the table, but they have a big reputation. That's a great tackle by Fallon on Luchesse.
Good chase as well, both Fallon and Iro. Really working hard. The defence has been good. And when Iro starts to fire, you usually find that Leeds play their best football. He's got to be eager. He's got to start looking for more work.
Devecchi fires the pass to Onta, who in turn gives it to Chamaran, the captain. He is the key here for Paris tonight. And lovely ball out the back door to pop from Bonke to Onta. Onta round the corner. Didn't quite reach Pierre Chamaran, and Anthony Gibbons did well to pick up the little kick through.
Lovely little work on the blind side, though, by Patrick Onta. Just went round the man. It was on. It's play on, of course, because he didn't touch the fingertips. For you new viewers, if you can't get your fingertips to it, then you kick straight through. It is play on, and that's why the referee played the advantage.
Mercer trying to make the break. Luchesse working hard in defence and attack. Leeds ahead 8 points to 4 midway through this first half, desperately seeking their first away win of the season. And what a win it would be here in Charlotte, because remember, they have Halifax, Bradford and Wigan to come in their next 3 games. They desperately need a victory here. Mind you, so do Paris Saint-Germain, to maintain the confidence that has been bred in this city now about rugby league, courtesy of Jacques Fourreau.
Well, it certainly would help the Leeds' confidence if they could win here. No one has done that yet. Oldham sneaked to draw. But Leeds are playing very constructive football. I get the impression that they realise that this Paris Saint-Germain side is very weak at the blind side, at the play the ball. Notice Leeds take it wide and are bringing the ball back inside. That's what's finding the gaps.
Nowhere for Regis Pastre-Courtine to get through. Formerly with Batley, of course. A couple of seasons there. Another little inventive kick from Onta. Chasing after it is Fallon. Better work from Fallon. He was quick then. Onta following him up, went for the ankle tap. Fallon got away from him, got through the next challenge that came in from Bomati, and launches Iro down the right-hand side. This could be a magnificent try for Iro. I don't think they're going to stop him. Oh, brilliant from Iro. That's 2 in 2 weeks that we've seen. That one perhaps not quite the length of the try that he scored against the Broncos, but my word, once he got the ball in his hands, he steamed to the line. Iro with the try.
Well, he had a shaky start, but tremendous work by Jim Fallon. It was a neat little chip over there by Ontar, but he came back, he could see open space, and Iro was screaming for the football, get the ball out wide. And you can see the Paris side desperately trying to get back. Good work, onto the angle, there was no one at home, and the big fella enjoys this. Kevin Iro, a vital try midway through this first half. The kick and chase just wasn't good enough. 4 men in attendance, Fallon was able to get away. See how he just runs away. He drew the man. Loose forward pass straight Courtine had nothing to do with it. Luches couldn't get anywhere near either. What a great try.
Great try from Kevin Iro, the leading scorer now in Super League for this Leeds outfit. That's his 6th in Super League. Ironically, he didn't score in the win against Sheffield, but he scored here tonight. And Holroyd north from 2, and he gets the sight set, and he gets that one. Well, he's got one side and the other with his kicking, but that, a super kick from the touchline, leads ahead 14-4.
Well, there's a kick, but the chase should be coming also from the right flank. And this allows Fallon all the room in the world. There should have been someone coming on from the right flank to have forced him down into his own quarter. You don't just kick and chase into one corner of the field. You've got to do it on both sides. Leave them no option.
Great defence from Harmon again, and Mercer in there quickly. And also number 15, Barry McDermott, who has come on for Leeds. In very quickly on that tackle on Darren Adams, and swarming round the ball carrier again. Gibbons and Howard off, Barry McDermott and Dean Clark. There he is, number 30 with the shaven head, the Kiwi, on for his Leeds debut here in Paris tonight. New Zealand international, a 2-year contract at Headingley. The man, perhaps, just to give these outstanding Leeds youngsters the direction and the guidance that they need. Oh, Mercer, juggling skills aplenty there.
Germain trying to keep the ball alive on the inside, but it's now Paris that are making the mistakes. And Leeds are reverting back to using 2 hard drives by the forwards, and then they're using Holroyd and Gibbons to get the link working.
Holroyd, big dummy, and they took it. Support inside for Holroyd, support out wide as well from Cummins. Paris at the moment is snatching at the Leeds players and not getting their tackles in, and it's allowing Leeds to offload the ball in tackles. Clark shows it, fires the pass. It was round the throat, though, of Mick Forshaw, and Pierre Germain brings the ball out to the edge of his 20-metre mark for Paris. Yeah, Mike Forshaw wiping the mouth there. It went straight into his face, the ball then. Obstruction.
That's got to be an obstruction. Use the man as a shepherd. Well, a bad mistake by Freddie Bonke there. You can see that the man had just come on. Dean Clark had no chance to get through. The prop forward, Wakamanu, that was the culprit, was used by Freddie Bonke. Well, things going from bad to worse for the Paris side at the moment. They were desperate to get possession.
And Holroyd, understandably, is going to have another kick at goal here from that penalty. 26 minutes gone, Leeds 14-4 ahead, but just a note of caution for Leeds supporters who might be getting ready to celebrate a victory here tonight. Remember what happened at Headingley last Sunday, 18-0 and then 18-4 at half-time, and the Broncos came back and won the match. So Leeds and their coach Dean Bell will not be celebrating and thinking about victories just yet. Holroyd with this kick then. 1 from 3 for the Leeds standoff half. On this, his 100th appearance, averaging almost 7 points a game for Leeds in his career so far. Misses. Well, that's a bad miss. That was eminently kickable, so it stays at 14-4. Michel Mazaret making his way to the dugout to perhaps add words of wisdom to his team. But they need the possession, Steve-O. They need to get hold of the ball, and they need to trap the ball carrier when he's making inroads into their defence. They're not doing that.
No, they've got to work a little bit harder. The second marker is having a rest rather than forcing one side and the other. There you see 2 of them going the same way.
Of course, that's easy for us to say sitting up here.
Yep.
These lads, 12 of them, have played 2 games in the last 48 hours now.
Well, we knew they were going to be tired, but they got off to the flying start, and that would have built them. Certainly lifted their confidence.
Well, the drummer here at the Charlotte Stadium, the cheerleaders, the PA announcer, the orchestra that they've got in here somewhere, you keep hearing the music coming over the PA system. They're doing their best to lift the Paris Saint-Germain side. Good kick. Oh, it didn't go out of play from HOLROYD until the second or third bounce. And if Fallon had picked that up, it could have been a try.
Well, Freddie Banque again, he thought it was going out, that the ball come back. And full credit, though, to HOLROYD. He kicked the ball in such a manner that it had a backspin on it. Often does that when you kick it in that manner.
Paris need a try. Leeds need to keep them out up to half-time. That's Devecchi, who picked himself up, played the ball. Bonmarti broke through one tackle. Couldn't get away, though, from Mike Forshaw. Torre into the arms of Uduakamanu again. 5 meters inside his own half now. 3 tackles gone. Torre gets it away to Patrick Ortin.
You can see the difference in the two sides. The Leeds markers are working hard, applying the pressure.
Onta, does he hold the key? Adams. Good tackle from Mercer. There's the drummer, the Charlotte drummer, and he's watching Banque chase this kick ahead. Good defence, though, from young Gibbons. Anthony Gibbons had moved across.
Superb positioning there by the youngster Gibbons. Fullback knew that the kick perhaps was going to go down.
Michel Mazeret has made the change that perhaps he was contemplating as he made his way to the dugout there. You saw Via Bloomfield rather has come on. Oh, McDermott, great run, battling run. Harman, got Clark with him. Clark gets through the challenge of Adams, stands in the tackle after Luchesse had a snap at him. Bloomfield came in then to cut him down. Newton. They're holding on to the football, Leeds, and that's important. Out of the back door from Forshaw. And this now is Morley who takes it on. Good run, good strong run from the tall second rower.
Paris falling off the tackles.
Well, that's been fatal for them all night. And McDermott looks for support, it arrives. Harman, better tackling. Bonmarti in there quickly, and Patrick Torre. Last one, 6 meters away. Little angle kick from HOLROYD. Does anybody want it? Does Adams want it? Then he puts a hand on top of it, diffuses the kick. It'll be a drop out underneath the road sticks. More pressure from Paris.
Well, all the time in the world, Adams to pick that up and try to bring it back into the field of play. Well, I know it's been a hard road for the second rower, Darren Adams. He's worked hard in the first 30 minutes, but we really should have taken possession of that football and tried to get into the field of play.
HOLROYD with 5 kicks in the field of play. They have almost opened the door a few times. He's had a 1 from 4 returning kicks at goal, but in general play they've been causing chaos, and this is McDermott who might cause more. Strong defence from Kasseler. They dropped that. McDermott dropped that, and the referee saw it. Newton might be celebrating the try, but Barry McDermott lost the ball. Criminal error.
He knows it too. Kasseler just had a hand on the back. There was no interference there, quite clearly on the replay. Tried to get away with it, giving benefit Barry McDermott. Tried to kid the referee, but Davy Campbell's too experienced for that.
Big Tongan forward via Bloomfield picks himself up. Missed London against Wigan. Just 1 full appearance. Leeds shading it in terms of possession, but ahead by 10 points on the scoreboard where it matters. Devecchi gives it to Kasseler. 32 minutes of this match gone. Bloomfield again.
Good move by the Paris coach, Michel Mazeret, trying to bring a big man in like Bloomfield, just to inject a little bit of attack.
So a mile forward from Uduakamanu. Bonmarti coming snatched at him, and the referee has a look at the touch judge who gave the forward pass. Michel Mazaret watching on. No, Uduakamanu, it was a mile forward.
Well, Bloomfield there, you could see even the position of his body. You could tell that that ball was going forward. Clearer indication there.
A couple of handling errors from the big Tongan. Spotted playing for Tonga in the World Nines in February by Taz Bateri in the Paris Saint-Germain management. Fallon on 2 tries, looking for a third. Believe then that he would have been the victim of the penalty when he tried to get to his feet and play the ball quickly. David Campbell says play on. Clark misses out one man, finds Forshaw. Through the gap goes Morley. Birthday boy Morley. Birthday present Morley. Adrian Morley, 19 years old today, has played the last 3, highly rated by Dean Bell, and proving there exactly why. Hitting the gap, couldn't be stopped.
Tremendous link, got the ball out wide. It was Clark that threw the long ball, the loose forward, steps back on the inside. You can see that Ontar was caught in front. 2 men going for 1 man. The gap appears. Adrian Morley quite happy with it. Keep your eye out on the left-hand side. You'll see that Ontar went in for the man. No one squeezed out. And gleefully accepted. He raced well there, did the second rower. That's a well-worked try. Long ball, Forshaw, little step, that was enough. You can see Ontar just hesitate. Pretty hard to stop when you've got a determined youngster like that running.
Adrian Morley's try. Great try too. A study those pictures as he ran down the lens of our camera in determination. Now Holroyd 1 from 4, this time from the other side of the field. I would suggest for a left-footed kicker more difficult this than a couple of the others. Watch him make a monkey of me. 2 points Holroyd, 2 out of 5 for him, 20 points to 4, Leeds lead. It's a much better show this from Leeds.
Look at the long stride there by the young second rower. Determination personified there. Luchesse, no chance.
Adrian Morley, former Eccles Amateur Rugby League club, signed in May 1994. His brother Chris plays for St Helens. Watch out for the name, Morley. He's one for the future, Adrian Morley. Bloomfield, Bomati off. Gregory Toutard has come on. Debut against Wigan in the massacre last Sunday. And let's hear some news of Pascal Bomati. Bill is down on touchline.
Well, probably the most dangerous player in the Paris Saint-Germain lineup, certainly on tonight's evidence, has had to come off with calf injury. Pascal Bomati picked that up just a few minutes ago. He's been replaced by Greg Toutard, and Bomati had caught your eye, hadn't he, Gary?
Yeah, he had indeed. It's a big blow for the Paris side, because he's really the only player, France player, that's going to cause Leeds any problems. Now it's gone off, so they're up against the other Paris side.
And Leeds have just been growing in confidence as this half has gone on, haven't they?
Oh, yes, they have. I'd say after the first 5 minutes, what they're just doing now is just controlling the ball, not going down the middle, just running these big Paris forwards around, and as you can see, these Paris forwards are getting very tired.
So you're going to stick your neck out and predict a big win for Leeds now?
I think there's going to be a big win for Leeds. They just control this ball in the second half. I think we're going to see an avalanche of points.
Newton carries the ball up for Leeds. Anthony Gibbons tries to get away, can't get away from Uduakamanu, the next man in. McDermott stands. I think Paris, Steve-O, with 36 minutes gone, are starting to look a bit shell-shocked, a bit worn round the edges. It's been a very difficult season for them so far with all these domestic commitments.
Well, they knew it was going to be hard, and let's hope that after this weekend they won't have that problem, but it's certainly affected them now. But let's not take anything away from the Leeds effort so far. Paris 56, Leeds 7. There's the missed tackles. Paris 24. Tells its own story, doesn't it?
Sure does, and that's a knock on. He just got a hand to it, did Devecchi. A good job, though, he did, to be fair. There was a man out wide. But Steve-O, this domestic backlog will last for a couple of weeks yet. The championship final on the 25th of May. Once that's out of the way, Well, maybe.
They knew they were going to be a tired outfit. Clean breaks 4. There you see Leeds working hard, 57. They're playing good basic football, but they are finding the gaps very close to the ruck, at the play the ball area. They know that when they bring the ball back on the inside like that, there's always going to be problems arise.
Paris could do with a try up the other end before half-time. Leeds will be looking to build on this lead here with HOLROYD. Another hand to it from Onta. That will be play on. And 6 to go. Cummins retains possession. Hassan brushes away from one. Can't get away from the next 2. Harmon is there in support for that little run from Newton.
Good refereeing by David Campbell there. Torre, the Paris hooker, was in the way. Rather than penalise him, he just continued on.
Ball out wide. Fallon manages to pick up the pieces. If it had been a good pass to Fallon, he would have been in for the hat-trick. As it is, he's dragging Leeds back to the 20-metre mark. And there's some real pressure coming in here on this Paris Saint-Germain outfit, because that's 6 to go again. Great crowd here, though, at the Charlotte Stadium to watch this match. From dummy half, it's Newton. He's stopped by Luchesse. Torre coming in over the top. Oh, and McDermott went without the ball. He got the ball away, though, to Harmon. Harmon tried to get it to Morley, and it's play on. Now then. Gregory Toutard. Couldn't get through, but Will Vergnol.
Good run by the centre there, Vergnol. They needed that. Well, remember when the first game, the opening of Super League here at the Charlotte Stadium, it was Paris that got an intercept just before the half-time, I feel. That got them back into the game. They need to score now in the dying seconds of the first half.
Bloomfield kicks over the top and hares after it himself. Bloomfield's there, but so too is Anthony Gibbons, the fullback. And Gibbons taking no chances whatsoever.
Good cover by Gibbons. Really did get to it. Well played there by a little halfback.
Ball is out of play. It's going to be a Leeds drop out from under their posts.
Nice idea, though, wasn't it, from Veer Bloomfield? You could see that the fullback was way out of position.
Cover Udwakamanu, by the way, receiving treatment. That's why referee David Campbell just holds up the play and allows him to go off the field. But there's the half-time siren. 40 minutes which saw Paris take a lead, 4-0, but Leeds hit back, and 2 tries from Jim Fallon have caught the eye. So too has one from Kevin Iro. And Adrian Morley on his birthday, 7 minutes before half-time, and those Leeds supporters are delighted. Same can't be said, though, for Paris Saint-Germain or their fans. But Iro, such a strong man in attack, gets the ball away to Fallon, who's grabbed 2 tries, and it's Paris 4, Leeds 20 at half-time.
What he saw makes him a witness.
I need a lawyer.
What he knows makes him a target.
You talk to the feds tomorrow, I'll kill you.
An ambitious DA.
You know where that body's at, you better tell me.
A rookie lawyer.
Playing big league hardball here, Miss Love.
Who could he trust?
Is there something you're not telling us? They came after you, didn't they?